Hey, everybody. It is Saturday night. So what show is this, Andy?
It's a Saturday night show.
Late Night with Eddie Buffalo and my co-host, Dr. Andy. How are you, my friend? He's always squeezing my hand too hard because
I'm sorry.
Because he wants to, exert his dominance against me.
No, I'm not dominant. One of us still has a pro card fighting.
But
one of us fought as an amateur. One of us fought as a professional.
Let's listen to this.
It's late at night, I'm sprawled in bed, blank blue screen, dead air in my head. Click, click, nothing on. On glow yawning. Go hits that wild ass granny, slides through the static and the party walks in. Music, madness, talking trash. My boredom crash. Late night with Eddie got me kicking off the covers. Let's go. Sports, dirty little truth attacks. He's my midnight craving, my late night snack. Yeah, I invite him in my bed. Turning it up if it's that crew. Dr. N. Trap, perfect late night snack. Yeah. Late night snack. He's breaking down the game, she's feeling wild fast, dancing on the edge of every headline. Crack, poop culture, all that spin, make me laugh till I'm caving in. There's 12, but I don't care, I'm tangled in the sheets with that wild on hair. Every punch, every hot take, got my body wide awake. Late night with Eddie Buffalo, got me kicking off the covers like, oh, let's go. Sports jokes, dirty little truth attacks. He's my midnight craving, my late night snack. Yeah, I'd invite him in my bed. You should too, turn it up if it's midnight. Checking out that crew, Eddie Buffalo, Dr. Andy on the track. Perfect late night snack.
Andy's a snack.
Late night snack.
Late night all the time, baby.
Nobody else gets me like that. Laughing so hard, I forget to chat. Just me and the glow and the wild on screen. Living out loud, my TV dream. Oh yeah, late night with Eddie Buffalo got me kicking off the covers like, oh, let's go. Sports jokes, dirty little truth attacks. He's my midnight craving, my late night snack. Yeah, I'd invite him in my bed. You should too. Turn it up if it's midnight. Checking out that crew, Eddie Buffalo, Dr. Andy on the track. Perfect late night snack. Late night snack.
Oh, we have that song in a minute, so that was kind of fun. I enjoyed that, Andy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's starting again. Stop, lady. Welcome, everybody, to, I don't know what I'm doing there. Late Night with Eddie Buffalo and Dr. Andy. I'm Eddie Buffalo. This is Andy. It's not Don.
Good thing I'm not Don.
My question for you, Andy, is that if you're a late night snack, do the ladies need a coupon for you? A coupon? Do they put you in their buggy or their cart?
I'll take the fifth.
Come on. He's a doctor. He's a
fifth.
good guy.
Come
on, ladies, and he's single. So put in your comments, and Dr. Andy will make a house call. Boom, boom.
Tonight we're going to talk about Kewl.
Oh, you are jumping so far ahead of the thing.
Oh, no.
Because you have to talk about our sponsor. Who's our sponsor, Andy?
I shall find out in a moment.
And we're going to talk like that. Handful Sports Bra, Handful Sports Bra. When you need more than a handful, go to Handful Sports Bra. They have bras, they got pads, they got sales stuff, they got gift cards, they got rewards, they got a lot of stuff going on. Let's see what their activewear closeout is, Andy. Oh, that's some good looking stuff right there. I love, I have to say, the one thing I can say about women's clothes is you guys got the best pockets, because my phone's always falling out of my pocket in my pants.
It's funny. The complaint used to be no pockets in their pants, no pockets in their dress. And here with that, they
Like right
advertise that
along,
they
yeah.
have pockets in the bra for money and things, which is a great idea.
Mm-hmm. I even said to women at the gym, I'm like, that is so unfair that you guys have cool pockets and we don't. So if you find something like, whether it is a sports bra, leggings, or jegging, whatever the hell they call these things, I'm such a
Bike shorts.
I'm such a good advertiser.
Yes.
Go to our friends at handful.com. Once you decide what you want, put in your cart. But remember, put in the promo code Buffalo for an additional
21%. No, 30%.
30%, Andy.
Oh, I'm slow.
You piker. What are you
I'm
trying?
slow.
You're trying to save them some money, and what are you doing? What are you doing?
It was a Freudian slip, like
It's how-
their name.
I don't even know who Freudian is.
Okay. Well,
I'm a Catholic boy.
so is he.
So check out our friends at I wanted to say bare knuckle, but it's so not. It's handful. It had something to do with the hand. So check it out, everybody. Okay, that'd be wonderful. So we were kibitzing back and forth. We got a couple ideas for the show today, and what I thought was interesting that Andy came up with, and he comes up with a lot of our ideas. So if you hate the show, it's his fault.
Yes, I'll assume full fault.
So what was your thinking
I want to
about?
talk about who's just really cool. People who just radiate that undefinable coolness.
Well, isn't that what you see every morning when you look in the mirror?
Not on my mirror. You must have a much better mirror than I do.
Depends on who you ask.
If I had to pick, let's go villains. I always love villains. Who would you pick as your coolest villain? The coolest bad guy.
Let's hear who you
film?
got. Who you thinking?
I like the villain in Breaking Bad, Mike Ehrmantraut. Mike is just so cool. He gets everybody out of the way. He barely breaks a sweat. He's just too cool for school. It's this old guy who goes in and just kicks whatever and takes names. He's just so cool. I can't define it.
You want mine?
Who's yours?
It's not Christmas until somebody falls out. Hans Gruber falls out of the Nakatomi Tower.
Oh,
You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
no.
Is it a Christmas movie or not, Andy? Die Hard.
Oh,
Come on.
so he's your favorite villain.
Oh my God, yeah. How could you not love Hans Gruber? I know the one show that, if we want to really go back, and I don't know if people are going to know what I'm talking about, the dad was pretty much a pretty badass villain, and that was the Great Santini.
True.
That was
he got
ugly.
a good.
That was ugly. It was ugly.
And until they overexposed him, Darth Vader was pretty cool the first movie.
Mhm.
Just as was the Emperor. The Emperor just kind of, and then you caught fire or shot with lightning, exploded.
And I don't know why I liked watching this movie so much when I was a kid, but I was just enthralled by it. I thought it was interesting. No more wire.
Joan Crawford.
Yeah,
She's a pretty good
she's
villain.
a bitch. Biatch. But that was a great movie, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Who's your coolest male athlete? Just somebody who just
Athlete?
exudes cool.
I mean, you got to go with Broadway Joe. You got
Yeah,
it.
I'm going with
got
James Brown.
Oh,
The man could dress. The
Mhm.
man could speak. The man could act. He was the size of a lineman playing a running back. He went out on top.
I wanted
He even went as a sacrificial hero in Dirty Dozen.
See,
The man was just too cool for school.
I didn't know if you were gonna think of my next selection as a sports hero or not,
Who's
or just
that?
somebody that's out of their flipping mind, and that's Evel Knievel.
Yeah, he was too gaudy, too dorky looking.
Well, Jesus, I mean, it had his life story on
He broke
TV,
every
and he
bone in
played
his
it.
body.
I want to see how many bones he broke. I think it's something ridiculous.
It's in the 200s probably.
How many bones did Evel Knievel break?
But I'm going with James Brown. The man just
How many bones are in the human body, doctor?
depends on who you
Just
ask.
give me the average on.
We're not doing Ask Dr. Andy.
I know, but
I'm
you know
holding-
shit.
I'm
You
holding-
know shit. Don't hold out on me.
I'm holding out on you because I think James Brown or Wilt
Evel
Chamberlain.
Knievel broke 433 bones in his body.
Dang.
Included a shattered pelvis, multiple broken ribs, and dozens of fractures in his arms and legs and back. What the hell was left to him? That's a
I
Guinness
think we're
record
gonna
from
go with-
1975.
I think he would be stupidest athlete, perhaps.
He retired in 1976 after breaking both of his arms.
Yes.
I'll tell you, when I was a kid,
No toilet paper for 6 months. It was horrible.
when I was a kid, and I went to the Erie County Pier with my dad. I had him drag me there every year, and my
Mhm.
cousin Bobby, and we would see the Joey Chitwood Danger Angels.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
I
remember what that
Yeah,
is?
Joey would put his car up on 2 wheels.
And he had like the little Chevy Chevettes that he would shoot out of a Mr. Pibb bottle
Mhm.
can, which nobody in the North knew what Mr. Pibb was. You know what I mean? But that was pretty cool. He did a lot of movies too.
Who's coolest female film actress in a role? I'm going with Mia Wallace. She was played by Uma Thurman. She was the girl who danced with John Travolta in that scene.
Oh, from
She was, yeah,
the hell was the name of that? Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, yeah. Mia was.
I
had
didn't
to
know
be-
that was her name,
She was
though.
just too cool for school. She was the guy's wife, and John Travolta was supposed to babysit her, and she dies of a heroin overdose and gets revived. She just was way too cool.
Well, I think I can beat her.
Who's that?
Not only was she gorgeous,
Mm-hmm.
and she get away with pretty much whatever she did when she went on camera, and she owned it, and that's Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, got a good choice there. Yeah, Audrey
Mhm.
did get away with a lot.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
She was
Spencer
more,
Tracy,
she was
some of
more
those
elegant.
movies.
She
Yeah.
she had more elegance. The Mia just had more street cool. You saw Mia, you knew don't bother her.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk.
And don't offer her a foot rub.
Why? Now you gotta expound on that. You can't just leave her hanging. Why can't you do a foot rub on this broad?
That
Oops,
was
I said broad.
anyway, moving right along.
Chick broad. Might as well. We're gonna get taken down. We'll get taken down hard.
Well, moving
Yeah,
right
a little
along,
hard.
she was just gorgeous. She's evil. She had that little touch of evil. And somebody else tried to rub her feet, and he evidently went out of the top of a building.
Who was it?
I don't recall from the movie. They don't say.
So
in
Audrey
the-
Hepburn, you're talking.
Oh no, I'm talking Mia. I'm
Oh, that
talking
one.
Uma
I
Thurman.
know what you're talking about now. I gotta
Yeah.
get a little
Okay.
confused.
No foot rubs for Audrey Hepburn either. Let's go with historical figure.
Badass wise,
Yeah.
who you got?
Simo Haya. He was a Finn when the Russians came in. He, with a regular rifle, no scope, went out into the snow and took out Nazis, took out 500 of them. He got shot, had half his face blown off, and he
Jesus.
still went out and hunted down more of them. He was feared. They called him the White Death. He lived to be 97. He hunted moose in his 90s. That's
crazy.
That's pretty bad.
That is
guy.
pretty
He's
crazy.
a bad man. 500, a gun without even a scope.
Now, until recently, I liked what this man said. I didn't realize he was a badass until we actually talked about him a
Who's
little
that?
bit on one of our shows. And that is someone that said, the harder you work, the luckier you get. Do you know who that is, Andy?
Go ahead. I don't want to take your thunder.
And it's not Johnny Thunder, no.
No, no.
It's not.
I
It's
don't
not
want to
Johnny
take
Thunder.
your thunder.
Thunder. And that was Honest Abe Lincoln. Okay, he was a badass. He would grapple, he would fist fight, and he was a big dude.
And he was intelligent. He was motivated. He came from nothing to something. I'd have to acknowledge him too, but the other fellow scares me more.
Who?
He,
Andrew Jackson?
no. The Simo Haya, the Finn.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the coolest male athlete? We already talked a little bit about
A little
that.
bit, yeah.
Who-
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Who's the coolest rock star? Who is just too cool for school?
Well, if he was smart enough to not die early, I would have to say Jim Morrison. I would love to have a drink with that fella, and I don't even drink anymore. Same thing? Same?
Yes.
I mean, you got to go with the Lizard King. You really do. I got to be honest, though. You know, I'm a huge Rush fan. And the big story they would always do, Rush actually opened up for Kiss on one of the tours. And the guys in Kiss were like, these guys are sitting reading books and stuff like that. And just recently, Geddy Lee came out and said what a horrible time he had with drugs, which never heard of it before, but it came right out of the man's mouth. It was probably part of his, healing process.
Yeah.
So cool wise, what do you mean by cool though? Do you mean they're just somebody just hang out with, or someone that's going to stimulate you?
No, somebody
intellectually.
You see them on the street and you know they're bad. My other choice is Chuck Berry. The man,
Really?
he would show up in town. He didn't even bring a band. He would pick 4 locals. He made them pay him in cash ahead of time because he'd gotten burned. He slapped Keith Richards around a couple times because Keith wanted to touch his guitar.
Effed around and found out.
Yeah, Chuck Berry, and he's a bigger guy too. He went to prison.
Really? I didn't think of him as a big fella.
Yeah, look it up. I'm pretty sure he's on the south
How
side.
big of a fellow was Chuck
I
Berry?
want to say good 6 something.
6'2".
Yeah. And people didn't argue with Chuck. It was Chuck's way or no way.
His tall stature contributed to his commanding stage presence, including his famous duck walk performances.
Yeah.
Legacy, he was born in 1926. He was a pivotal figure in the development of rock music,
Yeah,
often recognized for his songwriting and guitar riffs.
Yeah, he laid the foundation for everything that turned into rock.
Oh, so Back to the
He's just
Future.
so cool.
Back to the Future was real when the guy's like, Chuck, it's your cousin, Marvin Berry. I think I got something that you want to listen to this.
Well, that I don't know about, but Chuck was the
A lot of
real deal.
useless knowledge up here, Andy.
Chuck was the real deal. You know, and he played into his 80s.
Till 2017.
Yeah, he was still playing.
That's
when
amazing.
He died. He did some nasty things, but we'll sidestep them for now.
See, a lot of people don't know about this guy, Frankie McLaughlin.
Tell me about him.
He was in a Celtic band called the Rumjacks. They're still around. They have somebody else singing. And they are an Australian Celtic rock band that came to prominence in a Polish festival.
That's different.
And this goes back. I don't know if I've told this story before. If I did, I'm going to tell it again because I am an old guy and I tell the same stories.
Yes, you do.
So
Repeat.
he was coming to the States. And why was that a big thing? Because he got into fights so much he could never get a visa. So the closest he got to Buffalo, New York was Rochester, New York. And it was the night before Easter. I dragged my poor ex-wife to The thing, it was really weird because I was working for the Knights of Columbus at that time, and the hall that they were playing in used to be a Knights of Columbus hall. It's just weird stuff. I'm like, this is fantastic. He's there. Well, Frankie didn't make it because a couple of days earlier,
Oh no.
they were in New York, cutting a new album,
Mm-hmm.
and Frankie got into a fist fight with every member of the band, the producer, the sound guy, and
He's prodigious.
he might have won the fight, but he lost the battle because they're like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Oop.
Yep, yeah, it's the Irish way of saying it. And the gentleman from Mickey Rickshaw, a local band in Boston,
Mhm.
not only did he fill in for Frankie the night that I saw him, but he is now the singer for the
Cool.
Rum Jacks. But talk about a rock and roll story. Who'd he fight? Everybody.
Mhm.
Everybody. Did he love his fans? Yeah. Fighting his fans. You
The
know?
other coolest on stage I saw Jimmy Page. I saw him in the day, and
Never saw him.
Jimmy was just so cool. He just slink up, do his thing, slink back, didn't say a word.
You know, it's funny when you see different bands, you get different points of view depending on the night you've seen them.
Yeah, he would be sloppy sometimes. He would be a little overdone for the fun.
Like for me, like Cheap Trick was a very big disappointment because one time I saw them, they sucked. The next time I saw them, probably one of the best bands I've ever seen. Third time I saw them, they sucked. You know, so it's kind of hit or miss. That goes back to what we were talking about. You know, if there's somebody you want to see, go see them.
Yeah.
For good or bad, at least you can say, you know. I thought you were going to talk about like Jerry Garcia or something in those
Oh,
guys.
he was really cool. The other,
Did he even know he was cool?
it killed him. It
That's what
bothered
I
him.
mean.
He wanted to be ordinary and left alone. He just wanted to be Jerry playing the guitar, and he became a deity for some people.
Well, that's just like we were talking on the other show, you know, about Rodney Dangerfield, how he never was in a movie until Caddyshack. He was just a stand-up, and he's used to getting instant reaction.
Mhm.
But when on a movie set, he's like, hey, am I doing okay? Am I doing all right? What's going on? Am I doing all right?
A little bit of insecurity makes a lot of
Mhm.
people perform better.
That's true.
When you're hungry, when you're a little tiny bit insecure, it helps. Because I can speak for me doing my job. I've done my job for a long time, but I'm humble. Every time I walk in, I realize it's a challenge. I
Mhm.
may see something I've never seen before. I may have to do something. I may have a challenge I've not had before. I may have something present differently. You know, so it helps. It helps to be a little bit in awe of what you're doing.
And it's funny you say that because I mean we've had a really nice success with the podcast world, but in the back of my mind's always like, Eddie, don't screw this up. Don't screw this up. You know, but there's a fine line. I mean, to being a performer and being worried about keeping your job.
Coolest male actor, the guy who played Superfly.
Dude,
He
how
was-
can you say that over Burt Reynolds? Come on.
I take De Niro over him when he was Jimmy the Gent in Goodfellas.
Well, he ain't that guy anymore. He's a whiny little old man that's a bitch at this point. Have you heard him lately?
Well, that's now. But Jimmy the Gent,
Andy just lets it roll off his back. He doesn't pay attention. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on going. You keep talking your nonsense, Eddie.
Jimmy the Gent was pretty cool guy.
Andy, you're my hero. Can I be you when I grow up? If I ever grow up.
I think me is taken.
By who? Mia? That Mia chick you were talking about?
In my happiest dream.
You're a chick?
No. Yeah.
No, you are.
Please take your hand off my leg.
And I had to hear. That must be you must be touching
Oh.
yourself again. We talked about that, Andy. Yes, it's natural to masturbate, but not while we're on
I
TV.
don't think we can say that.
I just did.
I think we're going to get taken down.
We're gonna get down. Get
Oh,
down
no,
on
no.
it. Get
No.
down on it. I think I need more coffee. What do you think?
I think I'm going to go with the Flock of Seagulls song. I ran.
Oh,
I'm going to
no,
run.
no. Is the war still going on? He's speechless. Look at that. Buddy, he's speechless. Look at that shit.
Moving forward.
Moving right along. Ting-a-ding, footloose and fancy free. Muppet movie, baby.
Other movie guys who are pretty cool. Charles Bronson.
He
He had the muscle to back it up. He was a coal
Oh my God.
miner. He was a veteran.
I have a funny story.
Did you meet Charles Bronson?
No, it's a Kurt Russell story. So as he was a young man, he was in a movie with Charles Bronson before he was the guy. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And like he was terrified of him because he was
Yeah.
a scary dude, you know.
Yeah, he walked the walk.
So to make friends with the kid,
Mhm.
or I should say the other way around, the kid knew it was Charles Bronson's birthday.
That could be a loaded gun.
Well, this is a cool story. He bought him a skateboard. And so
Poor choice.
he started crying.
Charles Bronson did.
He goes, "Kid, no one's ever bought me a present before."
Mhm.
So the next day, he went out and bought a skateboard for the kid.
Mhm.
And the kid's skateboarding,
What
and he
did
gets hollered at by security.
Mhm.
Like, "You can't do this here, blah, 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 blah." Charles Bronson's like, "Who do I need to talk to?" We're gonna go right to the head of the studio. He goes, "Hey, we're skateboarding. You got a problem with that?" No, that was good. I just thought that was a great story.
Yeah, that is a good story.
To make he a scary dude, and he was very human.
Mhm.
And I'm sure he thought a lot of Kurt Russell when he was a little boy doing that for him.
Mhm.
But I think it was something really weird. It's like Clint Eastwood, Burt Reynolds, and Charles Bronson all got fired on the same day as stuntmen on an old cowboy show. It's just weird coincidences.
Bruce Lee was pretty cool too.
I would like to know more about Mr. Lee. I really would, because it's very
I'd
interesting.
like to
Because
separate some of the myths.
that's what I mean.
Because there's such a mythos about him
Because
that
my friend Hart, love you, buddy. Get better. He explained to me the 1-inch punch, that it is so not a 1-inch punch. So maybe we'll have him on to talk about that. I think that when he's feeling better.
There I'd be interested in hearing some details. I just have seen all the innuendo about him on the internet and all the hype and
There's still a lot of haters out there.
hype and fiction. I do know that he and Burt Ward, Robin, when they had that crossover with the Green Hornet and Batman, Burt Ward had a black belt in karate, and he thought he was going to be bad, and evidently
The kid did most of his stunts.
Yeah, evidently Bruce Lee re-educated Burt Ward about, yes,
He
you
did
have
that
this.
to a lot of people. Put them in their place.
Evidently.
So I got to ask you, because I was watching a documentary, how much do you think Burt Ward made per episode?
Probably not a whole lot of money.
Well, what are you thinking? We're talking late
Couple
60s, right?
thousand.
$335 an episode. That's highway robbery, because Batman was making the bulk of the money for the show. This is a twice a week show, which you never
Burt
see.
Ward got typecast and never really did much after that.
So believe it or not,
We've come to the end.
yes, but I want to talk about, I think the coolest guy I know on the interweb is somebody I share the screen with, and that's Donnie Lowe. That was too easy. I reeled you in on that one, Andy. Dead fish, dead fish. So we're gonna end the show like we end every other show. Thank you very much for being with us. Full slate of show next week. Monday, Buffalo Fights. Tuesday, EBI News for You. Wednesday, Insurance Questions Podcast. And some doctor show on Thursday. I don't know what the name of it is. Then EBTV with all brand new original music. And then we'll be back again for the next episode of Late Night with our Buff.
Yes.
So
We'll go to our stroke show now.
remember, everybody, life is way too short not to surround yourself with people that make you laugh, make you have a good time, because even Dr. Andy's a great doctor, no one gets out alive. So, yeah. So we'll see you guys later. Take care.
Good night.
Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow, America. How's that? Good.
Good night, Mrs. McNamara, or wherever you are.
Take care.